James Bond personifies confidence. No matter how much pressure he is under or how close he comes to dying, Bond never cracks. Understandably, that's a trait that many men admire. But while other YouTube videos talk about secret tricks and hacks, I'm here to tell you that James Bond's confidence comes from a much more deeply rooted place. Although the character is fictional, the 5 elements to James Bond's confidence that I'm about to talk about exist in real life too. Not only am I going to tell you what these 5 elements are, but also how James Bond demonstrates them and what you can learn to become a deeply confident man. Gentlemen, let's begin. The first reason James Bond is so incredibly confident is because he is so incredibly capable. Capable of defending himself, capable of outsmarting a rival, capable of seducing a woman, and capable of just about anything you can think of. Although Bond's efforts are not always 100% successful, he never finds himself in a situation where he is a total novice. He always has that confident feeling of, I've done this before. It's easy to focus on the physical capability of the character. Indeed, he's an excellent fighter and marksman. But what's more applicable to daily life is his wide-ranging skill set. I previously made a video on the hobbies of James Bond to demonstrate how he can do everything from play golf, to speak multiple languages, to fly a plane. From this, I think you should learn the value in being a generalist. It's better to be good at a variety of things than only one thing and have many areas of weakness. So think about your life and consider where you might be deficient. If you are in fantastic physical shape but you haven't read a book in a year, it might be time to broaden your intellectual horizons. At the same time, quoting philosophers and playing the lute won't help you if you have to defend your family one day, so maybe it's worth taking those boxing lessons. Just as important as his capability is James Bond's knowledge. Notice how Bond never feels out of place or uncertain of himself, even in environments that others might find intimidating, like high-stakes casinos. That's because Bond is a master of socialization and etiquette. Although he is far from a people person, Bond understands the social realm. He knows how to do all the little dances and say the right things to make others feel at ease. The young Bond was educated at Eton and then went to university in Geneva, where he would have learned everything he needed to know when it comes to etiquette and social skills. But luckily, this information has never been more accessible to everyone than it is today. Before going to any event, look up a quick etiquette guide like my video on restaurant etiquette so you can be confident in your behaviors. The third pillar to James Bond's confidence is a very overlooked but very important one. That is his humor. Bond is no clown or comedian, but he's never far away from a dry, witty line. Humor in the face of adversity is an important part of the British national psyche, and it has helped our country overcome difficult hardship in the past. But Bond is able to take the power of humor to far greater levels than an ordinary man. In Casino Royale, we watch in horror as Le Chiffre tortures his testicles mercilessly. Yet Bond is still able to make a joke about Le Chiffre scratching his balls, proving that he still has the psychological upper hand. On a more everyday level, having a sense of humor and being able to make others laugh is an important part of charisma and persuasion. If you can develop a sense of humor, being able to say something witty that will make a room full of people laugh will be a massive boost to your confidence. And when used appropriately, humor is a sign of intelligence that people respect. I just recommend that you keep your humor to dry, subdued lines like James Bond. You don't want to appear like you're trying too hard to be funny or make a fool of yourself. That would show insecurity rather than confidence. While Bond is in touch with his humorous side, what's even more important for his confidence are his strong principles. Bond is willing to die for his ideals and his mission to keep the country safe. Although we see Bond as a godlike hero, he himself has no such delusions of grandeur. He sees himself as a servant of the crown and the people of Britain, which gives him a tremendous sense of courage. You don't have to risk death to stand up for your principles, but you should have a good understanding of your non-negotiables. What are some principles in your career and your personal relationships that you refuse to compromise on? Are you willing and able to walk away? Knowing where your boundaries lie gives you a foundation of confidence that makes it much harder for others to try and manipulate you. Sticking to your mission and keeping your head held high is not only admirable, but it gives you something to focus on and a reason to keep going when things get tough. What makes Bond a strong role model for men around the world is not the Aston Martin or the guns, but instead his courageous actions and his loyalty to duty. While the movies show this on a very grand scale, you can represent the same values of honor and valor in the adversities that you face. The final element to James Bond's confidence is his appearance. Bond knows that a suit is the modern-day suit of armor, and he dresses like a man ready to take on the world. But he also has a strong understanding of style, so he can wear the right outfit for the right occasion. Whether that's black tie or the right pair of swim trunks, dressing the part gives you the confidence to step into any situation like a man who belongs there. Remember how at the start of Skyfall, when Bond is in a bad place mentally, he also lets his standards for his appearance slip. It proves that looking good and feeling good go hand in hand. It's a two-way street. Whether you feel confident or nervous, looking your best will always work in your favor. It affects not only the way you feel inside and your self-image, but also the way others will treat you. If you feel like you need some help with the way you dress so you too can get that James Bond level of confidence, use the link in the description where you can book a one-to-one style consultation with me. Gentlemen, while James Bond is a great role model, I know we have many accomplished and confident men who watch this channel. So I would love it if you could get in the comments and share one thing from your life that gives you confidence. It could be a skill you have learned, an adversity you've overcome, or a principle that you hold. Of course, James Bond's body language, communication skills, and social status all form a part of his confidence. But without the deeper values I've shared with you in this video, this veneer would quickly fall off in heated situations. So while working on your confidence and body language are great, don't forget to work on the man you are deep down as well. If you do need some help with your style, check out the link in the description to book some time with me. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.